Alright, the next video analysis we are doing today is of Ricky. Ricky sent me in his video about a week ago on April 19th. So again, another free video analysis, so nice and quick. Just going to give him a couple of things to work on here with his glide shot put technique. Again, if you're looking for a complete video analysis with the voiceover, everything that goes along with that, the videos that I send to explain myself more, other links to help explain, full email, explanation, analysis, all that stuff, click on the link below. And also make sure to check out our overnight camp that we're doing this summer in Western PA. It's at Allegheny College. Overnight, 4 days, a lot of fun, a lot of throwing, a lot of PRs, and hope you can make it. Hope you can check it out. So this is Ricky. So Ricky is a glider, and I want to show you Ricky's throw first, kind of in full speed. So Ricky's telling me he's not even within 2 feet of what he threw his PR. So he's about 2 feet less than his PR right now, and he's looking for some help. Now, a couple things right off the bat I see that Ricky's doing well is he's keeping that left arm nice and long as he glides. Watch that left arm. He's not doing like a double pump. He's not using that left arm to get across the circle. And it looks like he's doing a pretty good job of that right foot landing kind of in the middle, almost the front half of that circle, which is where I want to see it land. So let's take a look and see what some of the problems might be. So those are some good things, but let's take a look at what some of the problems might be. So in the back of the circle, remember, it all starts in the back of the circle. That's where the throw begins. I want to see Ricky get in a little bit better of a position. So you can see right here, when his left foot's on the ground, Ricky's head and shoulders are higher than his hips. And his hips are sitting right in between his right foot and his left foot. So if you were to draw a line right from his left hip down, boom, it's going to be right in between his feet. What I want to see is a little bit better of a starting position than this. So I want to see you try to get your hips over that right foot. And to do that, you're going to flatten your back out and you're going to try to angle your body a little bit more. So this is not a bad position, but it can be a little bit better. I want to see you kind of not slouch. I don't want to see bad posture, but I want to see you kind of move your hips. If you can imagine this part of your body just angling down a little bit, you'd have to move your hips over the right ankle. So if you can think about your right hip is on the other side of your body, your right hip is just about here. Let's move your hips forward a little bit more. That's going to move your torso forward a little bit more, and that's going to bring your head down here a little bit. Starting out in a little bit flatter of a position with your weight back behind your leg and your hip stacked on top of the ankle is probably going to mean that when you get to the middle of the circle, it's a lot more likely if you start with more weight behind you, if you start low, and if you start with your hip over your right foot, you're going to end up that way in the power position. You're going to end up with your weight or with more weight behind you. You're going to end up a little bit lower, and you're going to end up with that right hip over your right foot. If you start that way, you're going to finish that way. So let's see what happens here. Does a good job bringing that knee to knee, toe to heel. That's what I like to see. Really coils up, starts to unseat, maybe a little too much. See those hips start to drop a little bit too much? And because you're starting with your head really, really tall, now watch what happens. We stand up really tall in the middle. Do a great job pushing off that right heel, but we're standing up a little bit too tall in the middle. And where's our weight? Now our chest, that center of mass, is in between the feet. The hips are falling backwards. Okay, right foot's landing in a pretty good position, but I'd love to see that right foot and that right knee turned more toward the guy holding the camera. So you've got it pointing back here at like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I want it pointed over here at 9 o'clock. All right, good job keeping the head back. Good job keeping the left arm back, but you're landing on the heel as well. Okay? And what that's doing is it's causing you to shift your weight onto your left. And you start to push onto that left. So you're really not able to use your right leg. If the heel drops, the weight shifts off the right leg. And you can see right here, you're not pushing with that right. You're kind of dragging the inside of your right toe. You're dragging it on the ground. Or dragging it on the cement circle. You're not really pushing through the ground. You're lifting off the ground. So that's where you're losing a lot of power. And that's where you're losing a lot of force, is because you're not able to use that right leg. You're shifting onto your left and you're extending your left right here. The left leg extends, but the right leg's not doing anything because the right leg is coming off the ground way too early. So, what are the 3 steps to correct this? Remember, this is like a chain reaction. All throwing events are a chain reaction. You start in the back. So the chain reaction starts here. If we get you lower in the back, you're going to be in a better position in the middle. If we get the right knee and the right toe pointed and turned more toward 9 o'clock, up on the toe instead of down on the heel, the tendency is going to be that you need to keep your weight on that right foot. And then if the weight's on the right foot, you can push that weight using the right leg. You can push that weight into your throw instead of shifting and lifting. So don't shift and lift the right foot. Think about landing on the right foot, on the ball of your foot, and then turning that entire right side down the throwing sector. All right, so 3 big things. Lower and flatter in the back, up on the toe, pointing the knee and the toe toward 9 o'clock, and then pushing through the ground, pushing through your right leg instead of shifting your weight and lifting the foot. And we're definitely going to add a couple feet back onto that throw. All right, so low in the back, up on the ball of the right foot in the middle, turning the right side and pushing and extending that right leg so that you can use the power from your legs, both legs, not just that left leg. All right, let me know if there's any questions down in the comment section below. If you have anything else that you want to send, if you want to get back in touch with me in a couple weeks, send me another video and I will get back to it as soon as possible.